Hello, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Boot Camp. Coach Jazzi here, and we got a themed workout for us. So we are selling out turkey. It's almost Thanksgiving. We have one more boot camp class from me before Thanksgiving. So, or I guess two more after this. So we're selling out turkey today. We will sell it out tomorrow as well. But we'll be doing different movements for both of them. So I'm gonna go real quick through the demos and then we'll get right into our circuit. So first for the T, we're gonna do a triple switch into our single leg RDL. So for that, we have our knee coming up. We do 1, 2, 3, and then we're pushing our hips back, being nice and tall. Oh my gosh, my balance is gone there for a second. So doing that and then coming back, and then we got 1, 2, 3. We can always put our toe down, push our hips back, do more of a kickstand, still focusing on our one leg. So that's our T. And then after that, we're gonna do some duck unders. So feel like we know the drill by now, but let's make our bar a little bit lower. So we want to aim to get under, like I would say about our armpit height here. And we're going to pretend like we have a rope or a line or something. We're going to step under, squat, and up. So remembering too that we don't want to step out super far. We can just do kind of until we're hip width. We want to focus on our depth and then pushing off the other leg. So that's our U. And then for the R, we're going to do an alternating reverse lunge to knee drive. So we're on our core strength, our hip flexor strength, and our balance. So starting in the top of our space, we're stepping back. So knee coming forward, chest staying forward, exhaling, coming up, and then to the other side, coming back, driving up. So it's going to be the R. And then for the K, so for our last two, so this time we are doing our upper body last. So we usually do the upper body first and lower body last. We are doing our upper body last today. So for the K, we're going to do a plank knee to elbow. So you can either do same side or opposite, whatever feels good. And then after that, we're going to do some eccentric push-ups for the E. So hands underneath our shoulders, screwing our hands into the ground, lowering 1, 2, 3, and then go ahead and get up however you need to. And then finally, we're going to stand back up. So we only have two on the ground today. Bear with me with my changing of my camera since I am at home today. For the last one, we are going to do some bent over Y raises for the last letter for the turkey. We are going to hold for 3 seconds at the top. So we're going to be here, hips are back, hands are forward. We're coming up, we're holding for 3 seconds and then back down. If you do have a mini band around you, you can always put the mini band around your wrist and push out and try and make a Y and do it that way to give it a little bit more resistance. So that is going to be our whole circuit for today. We are going to do 3 rounds, 50 seconds of work, 10 seconds of transition time. We definitely have graduated from 45-15. So we're full into 50-10 now. And we're going to go ahead real quick with our warm up. We're going to start with the world's greatest stretch. So we're going to go ahead, interlace our fingers, grabbing onto one of our knees, pulling towards our chest. And we're going to exhale, step back, reverse lunge. Oh, there's a wall there. Hands going down on the inside of our front foot. Back leg stays nice and straight. We're going to do a nice big inhale. And exhaling, opening up towards the ceiling, looking past our hand. Thumb is facing behind us. And we're going to exhale, plant our hand outside of our front foot. Bring our back foot a little bit closer and pushing our hips up into our hamstring stretch. And we're going to go ahead and exhale, bring our feet together, push the ground away, and stand on up. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So interlace our fingers, grabbing onto our other knee, pulling towards our chest. And exhaling, step back, reverse lunge, hands coming down on the inside of our front foot. Back leg stays nice and straight. Nice big deep inhale. And exhaling, opening up towards the ceiling, looking past our hand, thumb is facing behind us. And exhaling, planting outside of our front foot. Bring our back foot a little bit closer and push our hips up into our hamstring stretch. And let's go ahead and exhale. Bring our feet together, push the ground away, and stand on up. All right, last part of our warm-up here. Let's go ahead and do some plank to pike. Let's go ahead and make our way onto our hands and our toes. And we're gonna go ahead and exhale, push our hips up into our pike. We're gonna pedal our heels a little bit. So let's go ahead, push one heel into the ground. Exhale and switch. And switch. And we're gonna do one more. Then let's go ahead, push our heels into the ground, poke our head in between our arms. And then let's go ahead and come back to our plank. And we're gonna do a couple quick ones here. So we're gonna come up and down, coming up and down. And last one, coming on up. And then let's go ahead and walk our hands towards our feet. And then let's go ahead and stand on up. And we are ready to rock and roll. So, like I said, we're doing 3 rounds. Almost at 45 to 15. We're doing 50-10. I'm gonna get the timer started here in 3, 2, 1, and go. So starting off with the T, we have a triple switch into our single leg RDL. So we're doing 1, 2, 3. And you can either push your hips back here into that single leg, or you can keep your toe on the ground, pushing your hips back and doing more of a kickstand. And then 1, 2, 3, going on down. I think I'm going to stick with the kickstand today because I keep on kicking the walls. So I also do not have a lot of space here. I do have a little bit more because I do have a different setup for my laptop here, but not like being at the office. 3, 2, 1. All right. Next up, we have duck unders. So we're going to lower that line a little bit. So ducking around this height here today. 3, 2, 1. So starting with our feet a little bit closer to the hip width, we're going to step out just a baby step here, squatting down as low as we can and pushing off. So the goals here, right? Our first goal is our depth. So getting into our depth. And then our second goal, when you think about it, this is like doing a single leg movement here. So we're here, sorry. We're starting out, we're going to the depth, we're switching our weight, pushing through our whole foot as we stand up. So focusing on our weight shift here. It's going to help strengthen not only our muscles, but our joints as well to help injury prevention. So we change directions more often than we think. 3, 2, 1. All right, perfect. Next up, we have reverse lunge with knee drive. So starting at the top of our space. 3, 2, 1. So we are going to alternate here. So we're going to step back. Exhale, driving our knee up. And then other side, inhale, down. Exhale, we're being explosive. So if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, add some pauses here, definitely do that. So you can do a pause where we step back, pause here, exhale. You can also pause at the top for the extra core and balance strength. And we are also, again, don't forget to alternate our legs. For some reason, my right leg is more sturdy today. That's okay. Great job. Keep pushing. You can even add a jump in there if you'd like. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Going down to the ground, we have plank, knee to elbow neck. Going down to the ground. 3, 2, 1. So setting ourselves up right, screwing our hands into the ground. Our hands are directly below our shoulders, tucking our butt to our belly button, and then the exhale coming up. You can either do the same side elbow, the opposite side. You can alternate between the two. You can do this round one way, the next round the other way. You can alternate every other one. Whatever feels good. Exhaling. Using our core. 3, 2, 1. All right. I find that one easier for me to do when I'm not talking. Okay. I don't know why I stood up. We have push-ups next. 3, 2, 1. So we are doing eccentric push-ups. So starting here, hands below the shoulders, lowering ourselves down nice and slow. Once we get to the bottom, we still want to act like we were going to push up. So we want our hands at the bottom of our rib cage there. So we can get up however we need to. We do not need to push ourselves up. And if you are like me and getting back up is the harder part of the push-up, especially with the eccentric one, you can do it from your knees, but I would prefer us really just work on that lowering portion and not worrying about pushing ourselves up if we're not there yet. Awesome. I know these are tough. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now we're standing back up. We're doing our Y raises bent over with that hold at the top. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So for our Y raises, our thumbs are going to be up and back down. So we are pausing. I didn't hold at the top, my apologies, but want to make sure that as we're going there, right, we are in our Y, we're not shrugging up. So as we come up, we want to squeeze our shoulders coming all the way out. We should feel it in the front and a little bit into the backs of our shoulders, not in our traps. So being mindful here, squeeze those shoulders, keep our shoulder blades pulled back and together. Three, 2, 1. All right, perfect. So that is round 1. 1 down, 2 to go. We have our triple switch first. 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna be here and 1, 2, 3. And again, you can either do the single leg, push your hips back, push your ground away, or put your toe and do more of a kickstand. So I do recommend the kickstand if we don't have the space to fully come out, or if our balance isn't quite there. I would rather us do the kickstand too if we're finding that we're only going to be able to do a few reps. I would like us to be able to do multiple on each side. So we do have 50 seconds. So if you're finding that you're so focused on the balance versus the movement, go ahead, drop that toe down. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Next up, duck unders. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, mouth was pretty dry there for a second. Okay. So we step out, we squat, we shift our weight and back up. So again, focusing on our depth. Even if you like pick a spot, like for me right now in the camera, I can see that like this is like about where I want to go. This is a little lower than I want to go, and that's a little higher. So somewhere in the middle. So making sure that as I step under, I'm getting below that point in my squat. So you can always do that. Pick a spot, try and get under it. That can help us kind of increase our depth as well. 3, 2, 1. All right. Next up, reverse lunge with our knee drive. 3, 2, 1. So remembering to be nice and explosive, right? So we step back, exhaling, acting like if we have glass right here, we're going to break that glass with our knee. We are stepping back and up. And again, you can add pauses, whether it be at the bottom or at the top or both. I know it can be a little tricky now that we're at least using weight, used to using some more weight being in the office 1 or 2 times a week. It can be different since we're now at home all week. So you can always make things a little bit more hard, a little bit more intense with those pauses in there. 3, 2, 1. All right. Getting back to the ground here, link knee to elbow. Do same or opposite side. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Be quiet here, but we're going to set up the same, right? So screwing our hands into the ground, making sure too, I'm bend better about it today. We're looking ahead, not down. We don't want our neck to be flat. We still want our curve in our neck. So looking out just a little bit slightly out in front, keeping our shoulder blades pulled down and back. Pelvis is tucked. Really exhaling, bringing our core together, reset if you need to. Three, 2, 1. We don't need to get up. Don't need to get up. We got push-ups next. I don't know why I keep forgetting. 3, 2, 1. It's like I forgot what we're spelling. All right. Eccentric push-ups. Same setup. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Get back up however we need to. Making sure we do reset the same way every time. Perfect. We are doing awesome, y'all. Keep up the good work. Definitely just kick the wall. It's fine. We want our chest and hips to hit the ground at the same time if we can. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Next up, Y raises with our 3-second hold. Like I said too, you can always grab a mini band for this if you'd like. 3, 2, 1. So we're coming up. Holding, 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 and back down. So that hold is really going to engage our muscles. Again, want to make sure our back is flat. So we don't want to be rounded here. We want to really squeeze our shoulder blades like we have an egg or an orange right in the middle of the bottom of our shoulder blades. It's going to help us be nice and flat. If you're finding that getting that nice flat upper back is a little hard, you can practice that in the mirror, just rolling your shoulders back. Or if you're having extra trouble, just please reach out and I can help with that. 3, 2, 1. All right. Last round coming up. Triple switches. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, I'm not sure why my mouth is extra dry inside here today versus in the office. It's probably actually because I'm right underneath my ceiling fan. Actually, probably it's exactly what it is today. But we're pushing strong, finishing through our last round. We got the movements down. We might be a little tired. That's okay. We're going to finish strong. We're going to try and move through the whole circuit this time. 3, 2, 1. All right. Great job. Next up, duck unders. So we're going to have our line. We're going to go ahead and move back and forth under that. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Getting our depth going. Oh, that was too far. Being too far of. You might have your feet a little bit wider than I like to. I like mine right underneath my hips. You might notice your depth is affected by your stance, so also by your hip tightness. So just being mindful about how we spend our day. We sit a lot, making sure we at least take some breaks to move around if we can. Great job. Keep squatting. You can even make this a little bit more challenging with pauses. I know I'm a little late on that. Always pause. The bottom, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Last lower body movement, reverse lunge to our knee drive. 3, 2, 1. All right. So again, explosiveness. We're being explosive. Break our glass. Keep our core engaged. Pausing for the extra challenge. If you don't have weight at home either and you want to add a weight, you can always put some books in a backpack. You can have like a water bottle or a gallon of milk or a gallon of water in your backpack, or you can hold on to that, whatever helps. You can always fill out water bottles and use them like little dumbbells. 3, 2, 1. All right. Plank, knee to elbow next. And then we got push-ups and then raises. We're done. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, plank. Sorry, I was thinking we were doing push-ups first. If you find yourself starting to like curve or hunch your back, that's when we want to reset real quick. Definitely feel mine going. How we hold our body through this position is really going to like determine where we feel it. So making sure if we feel it anywhere where we shouldn't be, we quickly reset. 3, 2, 1. Okay, great job. That one's always like so hard for the core, but so good. Love it. We have push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Lowering ourselves. 1, 2, 3. Again, chest and hips hit at the same time. Resetting every rep. If you can push yourself back up, definitely do it. I'm challenging myself today to not go from my knees, no matter how tired my chest and shoulders are from my workout yesterday. Great job. Finishing strong. 3, 2, 1. All right. Last movement here. Y raises with that 3-second hold. Again, you can always add a mini band there. 3, 2, 1. What can help too with the posture thing? So a quick roll back with your shoulders, and where they end is our starting position. Great job. Finish strong. This one is really great for our posture and strength of our shoulders and our upper back. 3, 2, 1. And that is all for today's circuit. Go ahead and grab a sip of water if you need it. I'm going to grab one real quick. We're going to be on the ground for pretzel. I figure we can do a little pretzel today just because we did some chest, shoulder, and back things. And My back is also a little sore today. So laying down on our sides, we're gonna take our top leg, we're gonna cross, I'm gonna face this way real quick. Up over across our body, knee and ankle stay on the ground. Bottom hand goes on top of our knee. Top hand grabs onto our bottom foot or ankle. We're gonna do a nice big inhale and exhaling. Bringing our top shoulder towards the ground. We should feel a nice stretch through our low back from our rotation. A nice stretch through our quad of our leg that's on the bottom. Opening up our glutes from our top leg. And then our upper back, chest, shoulders, and our neck. So we want to make sure we are looking over our top shoulder. That rotation through our neck is going to help us open things up. I know it can be uncomfortable, but really try and relax all your muscles. Really feel the stretch. Sigh, pull air tension. Go ahead and do one more breath. And as we finish our exhale, we can go ahead and gently release out of that. Then we'll go ahead and flip over onto the other side for the same thing. So, whoops. Once we're ready, there's something for the couch. When we're ready, we have our top leg coming up over across our body, knee and ankle stay on the ground. I don't even know if that's in frame. Bottom hand goes on top of our knee. Top hand grabs onto our bottom foot or ankle. We're going to do a nice big inhale and exhaling, bringing our top shoulder towards the ground. Again, we are looking over our top shoulder. The rotation in our neck is really going to help us here. Nice big inhales. Long, slow exhales. Let's go ahead and do one more breath. And as we finish our exhale, we can gently release out of that. And feel free to stay laying on the ground, or you can return to a seated, kneeling, or standing position. But that is going to be it for us today. So thank you so much for joining me.